Have you ever considered that something as innocent as fruit might actually be putting your health at risk? We've always heard that fruit is nature's gift, full of vitamins, antioxidants, and natural sugars. But what's often overlooked is that not every fruit is equally good for us, especially as we get older. Once we pass 60, our bodies change, our metabolism slows, digestion can become more delicate, and blood sugar control isn't as reliable. The reality is, some fruits that are great for younger people might actually be risky for seniors. That's right, too much sugar, unexpected drug interactions, or hidden acidity can all be issues. If we're not cautious, these factors can seriously impact our health. But there's good news. There are also fruits that support heart health, reduce inflammation, protect your mind, and even help keep your bones strong. Drawing from years of experience and research, I'll share the 4 fruits you should avoid, and the 4 you should definitely include in your diet. Your health is important. Let's dive in, and before we get started, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on health advice tailored for you. If you find this video useful, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can keep improving these videos for you. Here are 4 fruits that seniors should be cautious about. First up, grapefruit, a surprising hazard for anyone on medication. Grapefruit appears innocent, even appealing at first. Its bright pink flesh, tangy taste, and reputation for supporting heart health make it a breakfast favorite for many people. But for those over 60, this fruit conceals a risk that's often overlooked. Behind its juicy look is a chemical threat that most people don't realize. It can disrupt medications that control your heartbeat, blood pressure, and stress. Grapefruit contains compounds that block a crucial liver enzyme called CYP3A4, which is responsible for breaking down many medications commonly used by seniors. When this enzyme is inhibited, medications can build up in your system to dangerous levels, like a river dammed with nowhere to go. The consequences can be severe: muscle damage from cholesterol drugs, life-threatening heart rhythm problems, increased bleeding from blood thinners, or stronger effects from anti-anxiety medications. For those who rely on medication, this seemingly healthy fruit could turn into a silent threat. Sadly, most seniors don't know about this risk. Many eat grapefruit with breakfast and take their medicine right after, never realizing the danger until it's too late. Some never discover the real reason for their health crisis. This is what happens when we trust a food's reputation without knowing the whole story. This isn't about scaring you. It's about sharing real knowledge and experience. Grapefruit isn't bad for everyone, but for seniors on medication, which is over 70% of Americans over 65, it's simply too risky. Just think about how many people take blood pressure pills. There are plenty of safer fruit choices that won't put your heart, liver, or life at risk. Apples, bananas, pears, the options are plentiful. If grapefruit, despite its healthy look, can hide such dangers, what other fruits might also be quietly harming your health? Let's take a look at the next fruit on the list. It's tiny, sweet, and can cause issues if you eat too much. If you're finding this information useful, let us know in the comments below. Now, let's continue to number 2. Chapter 2. Cherries. Delicious but potentially problematic for those with arthritis and diabetes. Cherries. Tiny, flavorful, and seemingly innocent. For many, cherries are tied to fond summer memories, the aroma of cherry pies cooling, bowls of cherries at family picnics, and the simple pleasure of eating them one by one. But as we get older, what was once a delightful snack can start to work against our well-being. Cherries, especially when eaten in large amounts or as juice, dried fruit, or syrup, are packed with natural sugars. Just 1 cup of sweet cherries has around 20 grams of sugar. For younger people with fast metabolisms and steady insulin levels, this usually isn't an issue. But for older adults with type 2 diabetes, prediabetes, or hidden insulin resistance, that sugar rushes into the bloodstream, leading to spikes that can harm organs, sap your energy, cloud your mind, and leave you at risk. And sugar isn't the only concern. Cherries are also naturally acidic, and for seniors dealing with inflammation, arthritis, or joint pain, this acidity can make symptoms worse. While fresh cherries do offer antioxidants, eating too many, especially processed ones, means more acid and sugar, which can have harmful effects. Instead of soothing your body, cherries might actually worsen the aches you're hoping to ease. The result? Quiet, ongoing harm. You may not notice it immediately, but that knee pain disrupting your walk, the dizzy spell from a sugar spike, or the restless night from swollen joints, they're all linked. That well-intentioned bowl of cherries can actually trigger discomfort, instability, and lasting harm. It's frustrating because cherries seem so innocent. But as we age, even the sweetest things need a closer look. And if these tiny fruits can throw your system off balance, just imagine what happens when potassium levels spiral out of control from something even more common, something many seniors eat every single day without a second thought. Number 3. Bananas. Excess potassium can actually pose a threat. Throughout our lives, bananas have represented health. They're portable, easy to eat, and loaded with potassium. We often hear they help prevent cramps, provide energy, and support heart health. For younger people, this is generally accurate. But as we get older, our bodies process nutrients in new ways. Even nutrients that once helped us can become harmful if we get too much, often without us noticing. Bananas are a significant source of potassium. For older adults, especially those with kidney or heart conditions or those on blood pressure medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, potassium can build up to unsafe levels. Kidneys that once worked efficiently may gradually lose their effectiveness. This means extra potassium isn't filtered out as it should be. The excess stays in your bloodstream, disrupting your heart rhythm, muscle function, and even your mental sharpness. This condition, called hyperkalemia, is not widely recognized, but it sends thousands of seniors to the ER every year. Sometimes just eating several bananas in a week is enough to cause trouble. You might notice heart fluttering, weakness in your legs, or a general sense of unease. By the time symptoms show up, harm may already be occurring. The result? A fruit meant to nourish could end up threatening your balance, energy, and even your heartbeat. Most older adults never suspect bananas could be the culprit. They seem so basic, so wholesome. But what looks simple can be misleading, especially when our bodies are more fragile than we appear. So before you reach for another banana, ask yourself, is this really what my body needs, or is it just routine? Sometimes the real risk isn't what we worry about, it's what we never question at all. Dried fruits. The sweet treat with a hidden risk. Sold in handy packages, they appear innocent, maybe even nutritious. Think raisins, dates, dried apricots, cranberries. They're mixed into trail mixes, scattered over breakfast cereals, or offered in waiting rooms as a healthier snack. Yet for older adults, dried fruit can conceal a troubling truth. Beneath their shriveled look, they're really just concentrated sugar masquerading as a healthy snack. Most people don't realize that when fruit is dried, the water disappears but the sugar stays, now packed into a much smaller bite. A small handful of raisins might look harmless, but it's like eating a whole bunch of grapes, minus the fiber, minus the hydration, with all the sugar condensed. Plus, most store-bought dried fruit is coated in extra sugar or preserved with sulfites, which can trigger asthma, headaches, or even gut inflammation. For seniors, especially those with type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, or digestive issues, these snacks can quietly do harm. They spike blood sugar, upset digestion, and worst of all, give a false sense of making a healthy choice. You believe you're making a smart pick, but your body pays the price in silence. And that cost? It's the slow harm from a snack that seems healthy enough to eat every day. It's the blood sugar surge that puts extra strain on your heart. It's the digestive upset that interrupts your sleep. It's the fatigue that follows a sugar high. Dried fruit might look like a good choice, but for many seniors, it's an unseen thief, robbing you of comfort, balance, and metabolic health. Ultimately, we need to question not just what satisfies our cravings, but what's been processed and marketed as healthy when it may actually be harmful. Because while some fruits can mislead us in their dried form, others, fresh and whole, can truly be the medicine our bodies crave. So let's turn our attention to the possibilities. The fruits that can restore, protect, and energize us well into our 60s, 70s, and beyond. What should you eat each week to keep your mind sharp, your body strong, and your health steady? Let's begin with a tiny blue fruit that could help safeguard your memory. Discover 4 powerhouse fruits that can revolutionize your well-being after 60. Blueberries, your brain's natural armor. Blueberries truly stand out for their extraordinary qualities. They're small, humble, and often overlooked compared to flashier fruits. But inside each little berry is one of nature's most powerful treasures, especially for those in their golden years. As memory sometimes dims and mental sharpness can slip away, blueberries bring a ray of hope. They offer not just comfort, but real protection. Scientific research backs up what many have long believed. Our diet shapes how we think, remember, and feel. Of all fruits studied for brain health, blueberries are at the top. Packed with anthocyanins, the deep blue pigments do more than add color. They serve as defenders, crossing into the brain to lower inflammation, enhance neural connections, and guard against the oxidative stress that slowly chips away at memory and thinking skills. Regularly eating blueberries is linked to slower cognitive decline, sharper reasoning, and even a lower risk of Alzheimer's in older adults. These are not minor perks, they're genuine lifelines. They mean more days recognizing loved ones' faces, more mornings of clear thinking, and greater independence when it counts. But blueberries' benefits go beyond just brain health. They help regulate blood pressure, promote heart health, and are low in sugar, perfect for those with diabetes or heart concerns. Just half a cup a day, tossed into yogurt, oatmeal, or eaten plain, can make a real impact. In a world focused on prescriptions, we often overlook that some of the best remedies come straight from nature. Blueberries are proof. They don't just feed us, they protect, restore, and gently safeguard what matters most, our minds. And if this tiny blue fruit can sharpen your memory, imagine what a crisp, fiber-packed apple could do for your heart, proving that an apple a day truly can keep the doctor away. Chapter 2. Apples, the fiber powerhouse for heart wellness. The phrase, "an apple a day keeps the doctor away," actually holds a lot of wisdom. Though it might sound simple or a bit old school, this everyday fruit brings real advantages for those over 60. As we age, our hearts need extra attention, our digestion becomes more delicate, and our bodies crave balance. Apples step in as a powerful ally. Apples are naturally rich in soluble fiber, especially pectin. This fiber binds to cholesterol during digestion, helping to sweep it out before it enters your bloodstream. For older adults, this means apples can help lower harmful LDL cholesterol, cutting the risk of heart attacks and strokes, often without the need for extra medication. Apples are also low in calories and sugar, making them a safe, satisfying snack that helps regulate blood sugar and supports a healthy weight, both crucial for heart and joint health as we get older. But apples offer more than just heart benefits. Their fiber also aids digestion, easing constipation, a frequent and frustrating issue as we age. The antioxidants in apple skins, like quercetin and flavonoids, help fight inflammation, boost overall health, and may even lower the risk of certain cancers and brain disorders. Just as important, apples bring a sense of comfort. They remind us of autumn harvests, homemade desserts, and the simple pleasure of a crisp bite on a chilly day. Almost like sharing roasted chestnuts with loved ones. There's a kind of nourishment here, for both body and soul. This humble fruit can quietly have a big impact on your well-being. So yes, eating an apple each day truly matters, not just for what it provides, but for what it helps you avoid. And if apples quietly shield your heart, imagine a fruit that also supports your bones, brain, and skin. Creamy, nutrient-rich, and often misunderstood, let's turn our attention to avocados. Avocados, the nutritious fat that powers your body. Out of all the fruits you see, the avocado truly stands apart. It isn't sweet, it doesn't have a flashy color, and you rarely find it in a classic fruit bowl. But for those over 60, avocado is much more than just another food. It's a source of energy for longevity, mental clarity, and physical strength. Loaded with monounsaturated fats, avocados deliver the healthy fats your body needs as you age. These fats don't block your arteries, instead they shield your heart, feed your brain, and help lower bad cholesterol. They also work to decrease inflammation throughout your system, soothing sore joints and making movement easier. For seniors managing heart conditions or hoping to avoid them, this fruit can truly make a difference. And that's just the beginning of its benefits. Avocados are also packed with vitamin K, which is vital for bone strength and helps prevent fractures, something we often overlook until a fall reminds us of our vulnerability. They're also a good source of folate and potassium, which help regulate blood pressure, boost circulation, and lower stroke risk. Thanks to lutein, a potent antioxidant, avocados also promote eye health, guarding against macular degeneration and vision loss as you age. Beyond all these health perks, avocados are creamy and delicious, and they simply make you feel good. Add a few slices to whole grain toast, or mix a spoonful into a fresh salad. You'll feel satisfied and nourished, not deprived. At a stage in life when you may need to let go of some favorite foods, the avocado says, "I'm here to support you, not harm you." While others chase after trendy or exotic superfoods, this creamy green fruit quietly delivers its benefits. And if avocados help keep your bones strong and your mind sharp, remember, this fruit aids digestion and further reduces inflammation throughout your body, especially in those joints where you feel it most. Number 4. Papaya. Incredible for easing digestion and reducing inflammation. With all the antacids, painkillers, and supplements out there, we often overlook how simple remedies can be the most powerful. Papaya, with its soft orange flesh and sweet tropical flavor, is much more than just a delicious snack. For older adults, it's a natural way to feel better. As we age, our digestive systems can become more sensitive. Foods we once loved might now lead to bloating, stomach pain, or heartburn. But papaya contains papain, a unique enzyme that helps digest proteins, making meals easier on your stomach. For seniors dealing with slow digestion, constipation, or medication side effects, papaya can bring genuine comfort. On top of aiding digestion, papaya is packed with vitamin C, A, and E, excellent for your immune system, skin, and for fighting inflammation, which is a major issue in arthritis and heart disease. If you struggle with stiff joints, inflammation, or a weakened immune system, papaya can help restore balance and reduce the silent damage happening every day. It's soft, tasty, and truly effective. No need for cooking, prepping, or any fuss. Just a few slices each day can boost your health from the inside out. Papaya is more than a fruit. It reminds us that healing doesn't always come from a pill bottle. Sometimes the best help comes straight from nature, supporting those who care about lasting health, not just quick fixes. We've covered fruits that benefit your brain, heart, bones, and digestion. But what happens if you eat all of them? How can you include them in your daily habits to stay healthy for years to come, bit by bit? Let's discover more in the next section. Your well-being is truly in your own hands. Every small step counts. As we move through the later stages of life, a gentle reality becomes clearer with each year. We can't afford to overlook our health anymore. The foods we once ate without thinking, those we cherished, celebrated, or simply enjoyed out of routine, now carry greater significance. Each bite can either support or strain our bodies, but here's the encouraging part. It's never too late to start making healthier decisions. And often, these changes don't have to be overwhelming or hard. Sometimes it's as easy as picking blueberries over dried fruit, reaching for an apple instead of a sugary treat, or spreading avocado instead of processed alternatives. Adding papaya to your morning meal instead of relying on medication, these small, steady choices can create something remarkable. A healthier heart, sharper mind, stronger joints, improved digestion, and most importantly, a renewed sense of control over your health. That's a gift worth cherishing. We must also recognize, with wisdom and acceptance, that not every food remains right for us as we age. Some fruits, once helpful and wholesome, may now pose new challenges. Grapefruit, bananas, cherries, and dried fruits. These aren't bad foods, but they do call for mindfulness. They require us to consider our medications, blood sugar, kidney health, and personal needs. Being aware isn't being afraid, it's being wise. It's a way to honor the body that's carried us so far. Let this be a reminder of the abundance available to us, not just limitations. Nature offers us a rich variety of nourishing foods. All we need to do is choose wisely. No matter your age, 60s, 70s, 80s, or beyond, remember this. Your best health isn't in the past, it's here, in this moment, in every meal, with every decision. The fruits you choose can offer more than just nutrition. They can be your partners in longevity, your protectors, and a daily act of self-care. When you nourish yourself with knowledge and kindness, you don't just add years to your life, you add life to your years. Because you deserve to age with energy, grace, and happiness, one thoughtful bite at a time. I hope these insights encourage you to live with purpose and authenticity. Now I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take a moment to reflect and share a lesson you plan to put into practice. Let's encourage one another as we embrace these healthy changes. If you found this video valuable, please comment with a 1. If not, you're welcome to comment with a 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep living true to yourself.